Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. NAVEDA Sheikh from MCGM Virtual Class. I welcome all my dear students to another interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting chapter from your E.V.S. 1 textbook, and the chapter's name is Constituents of Food. Now, as the name suggests, what exactly are we going to learn in this chapter? We'll be learning about food. It is a very interesting chapter because we'll be discussing about the things that we eat in our day-to-day life and what are the things which are present inside that food. Okay, which are providing you with so many different things like energy, and it is helping your body to grow. And if you're getting hurt, how your body recovers from that. Okay, so there are various components which are present in our food, and we are going to learn about those constituents in this chapter. Okay, so it is a very interesting chapter, so let's get started. In the morning or on in any time of the day, whenever you are tired, or if you feel like eating something. Now, why you feel like eating something? Because it is that there is amount of energy required in your body to do some or the other kind of activity. ठीक है. So there are nutrients which are present in our food, and those nutrients you get it from the food that you eat. ठीक है. तो वो जो components के बारे में हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं वो सब हमारे खानों में present होता है, and that food that you eat gets absorbed in your body, and that is provided to each and every cell of your body, and your body gets energy. ठीक है. जो हम लोग खाना खाते हैं वो directly हमारे parts of the bodies में नहीं चला जाता. It gets digested and it gets absorbed in our blood, and then this blood carries the food that you've eaten, the nutrients that are there in the food that you've eaten. It is carried to each and every cell of your body, and you get energy. Okay, so it is a very interesting thing. And substances that we, so why do you need food, or why do you need nutrition? You need nutrition to do various activities. You need to do so many different types of work throughout the day, right? Apart from work, we also need energy for growing. We need food to grow. When you were a kid, when you were born, you were very small and tiny, but now you're all grown up. Your height has increased, your weight has increased, the way your hair is, your eyes, everything has changed, right? And it will go on till the time we die. So when you're growing, you need, in order to grow, your body requires nutrition and food. It also helps in repairing the wear and tear of your body. Means अगर हम लोगों को कुछ लग जाता है, that time वहाँ पर wound होता है, but after some time you will find that the wound has healed. ठीक है. So that is possible because of the nutrients that you get from the food that you eat. Apart from that, it also helps in prevention of sickness, and if you all are sick, it also helps you to recover very quickly. ठीक है. So why do we need food? We need food for storage of energy as fat. It helps in growth of new tissues. It helps in the repair of damaged tissues. As I showed you, during the growth years, you require food. अच्छा ज़्यादा अमाउंट का खाना हम लोगों को लगता है, हेल्दी फूड लगता है हमें, ताकि हमारे टिश्यूज ग्रो हो सके और हमारी हाइट, हमारा वेट बढ़ सके. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, आर डैमेज टिश्यू, सपोज इफ यू हैव गॉट हर्ट, कभी फ्रैक्चर हो जाता है, कभी डीप वुंड कट हो जाता है, तो दैट टाइम ऑल्सो your repairing in your body happens because of the food that you eat. It helps in the movement because it provides you with energy. It gives you heat whenever it is too cold. Your body tries to heat up so that your body temperature is maintained. ठीक है. तो ये भी हम लोग को जो heat भी produce हो रही है, it is also because of the food that we eat. It also helps in carrying out various chemical reactions in our body. For example, for food process, digestion के अंदर जब हम लोग खाना खाते हैं, तो that food has to be broken down, and there are various chemical reactions that take place during respiration, during digestion, during various other activities in your body. Okay, so ये सारी चीजें हम लोगों को food से मिलती हैं. Now, what does a diet mean? We have learned about nutrition. We have to understand, and we have also learned about diet in our previous standard. ठीक है. तो I'll just quickly revise, what does diet mean? A balanced diet provides all the essential nutrients for health, fitness, strength, and well being. It also maintains an energy balance. Okay, so whenever you eat, it is not that you should only eat a particular food item. There are kids who tend to just they do not like chapatis or they do not like vegetables, और वो लोग सिर्फ कुछ और जो पकता है वो खाते हैं. And it is not that. Okay, you should try and eat everything that is made in your house, because जो भी खाना हमारे घर में पकता है उसमें बहुत सारे न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्रेजेंट होता है और हर तरीके का न्यूट्रिएंट्स हमारी बॉडी को रिक्वायर्ड है in order to remain healthy, in order to remain fit, in order to have strength to do various activities, in order to be well being in your having a sound mind, मतलब अगर हमारा दिमाग सही काम कर रहा है, ये सारी चीज़ें हमारी डाइट और हमारे न्यूट्रिशन पे डिपेंड करता है. ठीक है. It also maintains an energy balance in our body, that is how many calories you're taking, how many calories are burned. So it is all depending upon the diet that you eat. Diet is defined as the normal food we eat. Okay, but this diet has to be maintained. As I told you that diet is very important. Diet means जो हम लोग खाना बंद कर देते हैं उसे diet नहीं कहते. ठीक है. The diet that we're talking about is the food that you eat. The food that you eat has to be in a proper balance. It should have carbohydrates, it should have fats, it should have proteins, it should have vitamins and minerals in them. तो ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत important होती है हमारे खाने में. For example, if you see this picture, you will notice that there is rice, there is jaggery, there is flour, आटा भी है. You can see oil also, you can see protein के items जो है, meat है, fish है, vegetables and fruits are also there. All these things are rich in, like for example, if I'm talking about rice and chapati are rich in carbohydrates. They provide you with instant energy. ठीक है. तो हर ये चीज यहाँ पर है. Everything is very important in our diet and you need to make sure that you eat each and everything in a proper amount. Let us learn about these carbohydrates that I was talking about. Carbohydrates are present in our diet in a large amount. ठीक है. Whenever you are eating your dinner or your lunch, you tend to see that the amount of rice if you're eating or the amount of chapatis that you're eating is more as compared to the vegetables or the curries that you're eating, right? तो भाजी तरकारी खाते हैं हम लोग या फिर दाल खाते हैं, जो ग्रेवी होती है वो बहुत कम अमाउंट में हम लोगों को लगती है एज कम्पेयर टू दैट ऑफ द rice or chapati. Why is it so? Because they are rich in carbohydrates. Now, what are carbohydrates? Let us understand that. Carbohydrates are energy giving nutrients. ठीक है. So, our main need is for of energy from food. हमारी सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत क्या होती है खाने से? Energy. It is fulfilled by carbohydrates. Hence, our diet includes a large proportion of cereals in the form of rice, in the form of chapati or roti, bhakri, and bread, which contains carbohydrates. Cereals are our staple food. ठीक है. जो भी अनाज होता है वो हमारा staple food है. Here you can see that the bhakris that you eat, or the chapati, the bread, the rice, the cornflakes, all these things are rich in carbohydrates and they are eaten up by us in a large proportion, है ना. हम लोग ज़्यादा खाते हैं ना ये, as compared to जो हमारा जो ग्रेवीज वगैरह होती है इसके कंपैरिजन में हम लोग ये सारी चीज़ें ज़्यादा खाते हैं और ये ज़्यादा खाना भी चाहिए ताकि ये हमें एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करे. ठीक है. Now, in order to test whether which food item has carbohydrates in them, we'll perform a very simple experiment here. In order to perform this experiment, we will need a piece of potato, tincture of iodine, and a dropper. Okay, so here are the three things that is required: iodine tincture, iodine solution, a dropper, and a potato. Now, what you're supposed to do is you have to add some water to a tincture of iodine to dilute it. Okay? Using a dropper, put a few drops of it on the piece of potato and observe. If you take this dropper and put a few drops of iodine tincture on the peeled surface of potato, you will notice that the piece of the potato turns blackish blue. Here in this picture you can clearly see that the peeled potato region has become blackish blue. Now why does this happen and what is the reason? It is because of the starch which is present in the food. Okay, the potato is rich in starch. Now what is starch? The starch turns blackish blue when it comes in contact with iodine. So we can infer that there is starch in the potato. Sago means साबूदाना जो हम लोग खाते हैं, and sweet potato also contains starch. Cereals like jawar, bajra, wheat, rice, it contains a lot of starch. We obtain flour from these grains. These grains form our staple diet. हम लोग ये जो खाते हैं ना अनाज, ये हमारे खाने में बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है और इसका आटा भी बनाया जाता है एंड वी यूज़ दैट इन आवर डे टू डे लाइफ. यस और नो? हम लोग नाचनी का आटा यूज़ करते हैं, चावल का आटा यूज़ करते हैं. देन वी मेक यूज़ ऑफ जवार, बाजरी, and you use their flour also in order to make various types of bhakaris, and these are included, these grains are very much involved in our day to day life. हम लोग बहुत इसे खाते हैं, so it forms our staple diet, and that is the reason you have seen that the potato turns blackish blue because it has starch in it. Now what does starch provide us with? We get energy from starchy food. Our body uses this energy for different kinds of work. This energy also keeps the body suitably warm. So you have to remember कि हमारी body अगर warm रह रही है, it is because of the starch that you have eaten, and it is also helping you to provide you with energy to do different kinds of work. ठीक है, अलग अलग तरीके का काम, जैसे कि अभी आप लोग बैठ के सुन रहे हो, that is also one type of work. When you're walking around in the house, when you're cutting something, chopping something, that is also one type of a work that is done. And ये सारी चीजें करने के लिए हम लोगों को स्टार्च की जरूरत होती है. ठीक है. Here in this picture, if you look, you will find it so tempting. हम लोगों को कितना अच्छा लग रहा है ना पिक्चर देख रहे. There are sweets, there are candies, there are donuts, there are sweet fruits that are there. Now all these things are related to another component of food or the constituent of food, sugar. Sugar is very essential and it is present in our food in large amount and we do not know that also. ठीक है, अब आप लोग बोल रहे होंगे कि हम लोग शुगर ज्यादा खा रहे हैं और हम लोगों को कैसे पता नहीं चलता है. For that, you have seen that there are various foodstuffs that taste sweet, right? Foodstuff that taste sweet contains different kind of sugars. For example, we can obtain jaggery and table sugar from sugarcane because it contains a sugar called sucrose. ठीक है, तो जब हम लोग के पास शुगर केन या फिर जो जैगरी होता है, जैगरी मतलब गुड़, जैगरी से शक्कर बनती है और ये जैगरी किससे बनता है? शुगर केन से. ठीक है, सो शुगर केन इज सो स्वीट कि उससे शक्कर बनती है. ड्राई फ्रूट्स लाइक बनानास, you have mango, chiku, and also honey and milk also contains various kinds of sugar. They do give us energy. Okay, so sugar also provides you with energy. You must have seen that if you all are feeling low, you all are given a chocolate to eat. Now, what does this chocolate do? This chocolate gives you instant energy. Okay, any chocolate, anything sweet will give you instant energy. If you're feeling weak, if you're not feeling energetic, there is a thing that you can have little amount of sugar or foodstuffs that are sweet in taste in order to have energy because it provides you with large amount of energy. Okay, remember that. Another example, another experiment that we have right now with us is this. You know that हम लोग जो हमारे घरों में आटे होते हैं, अलग अलग टाइप के आटा यूज होता है. Not regularly wheat is used, but there are some houses where they make use of jawari, bajri, atta as well, the flour of these cereals as well. So you will have to take a sieve, okay, a fine sieve, some whole wheat flour, हमारा जो घर का आटा होता है ना उसे लेंगे और एक सीव लेंगे, छन्नी. Now you are going to sift the flour. Okay, sift flour समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को किसे कहते हैं? Means you have to हम लोगों को छानना है छन्नी से. Now what do you see? You will see that most of the flour has fallen off through the sieve, but some larger particles are left on the sieve. थोड़े थोड़े जो लार्जर पार्टिकल है वो ऊपर दिखाई दे रहे हैं और बाकी सब जितना भी बारीक पोर्शन था वो सब छन्नी से नीचे उतर गया. ठीक है. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज लेफ्ट बिहाइंड इन दिस sieve? नाउ यहाँ पर ये जो छन्नी है इसके अंदर अभी जो बच गया है वो क्या है? क्या वो स्टार्च है, क्या वो शुगर है, या फिर कुछ और है? ठीक है. सो लेट अस गेट दिस आंसर फॉर इट. इज हैविंग फाइबर. When grain like jawar, wheat is grounded into a flour. ठीक है. गेहूं का आटा या जवारी का आटा जब हम लोग इसे आटा बना देते हैं, the particles in the flour are not alike. सब सही तरीके से पीसे नहीं जाते हैं, सब सही तरीके से सब सही साइजेस के नहीं होते हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली बात है कि कुछ बड़े छोटे उसके दाने रह जाते हैं. When the flour is sifted, मतलब जब वो आटे को छाना जाता है, we will find that the larger particles will remain behind on the sieve, and these particles are fine pieces of the skin or bran of the grain. So here in this picture you can see the grains and their brands. ठीक है. ये जो छिलके होते हैं ना, हस्क होता है ना, इसे हम लोग ब्रांड कहते हैं. You must have heard about the rice bran oil. Now rice bran oil means जो राइस के ऊपर से जो ये जो ब्राउन कलर का कवरिंग निकलता है ना, उससे भी तेल निकाला जाता है. ठीक है. So it is also very useful for removing oil, for getting oil. And different flours will have different particles in them, and they will give you a different look of the fibers on the sea. Okay. So here you can have a look at how you have various cereals which are made from the bran that is left behind from whatever flour that we were using. All right. Now, bran is a fibrous substance. In the process of digestion, fiber has a special function. Fibrous substances help the food to move forward. ठीक है. जो फाइबर्स हमारे खाने में प्रेजेंट होते हैं ना, वो हमारे खाने को आगे बढ़ने में हेल्प करते हैं. Now ये फाइबर, आई विल गिव यू वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल. ये फाइबर कहाँ प्रेजेंट है? इफ यू टेक अ पीस ऑफ डेट, ठीक है, अगर हम लोग खजूर का एक पीस लेते हैं और उसको ओपन करते हैं, सीड निकालते हैं, सीड के बाहर जो एक लेयर होता है ना, वाइट वाइट रेशे जैसा लगता है, that portion is a very simple example of fibrous fiber. Okay, fibrous substance. Now that is very important for you all to know, because that doesn't dissolve in your body. ठीक है. वो डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता है, वो उसी तरीके से हमारा जो पीछे का जो खाना है जो निकलना चाहिए इन द फ्रॉम द स्टूल्स, तो वो कैरी करने के लिए हमारे पास फाइबर्स हेल्प करते हैं हमारी बॉडी में. ठीक है. सो fibrous substances help the food to move forward in the alimentary canal at the right speed. The undigested food is of no use to the body. So fiber helps to form stool from this undigested food. So fiber is also called as roughage. Here you can see there are different types of seeds and fruits, vegetables, grains. Now these are all having fibers in them. Okay, for example, if I take a very simple example of carrot, if I take an example of cucumber, or if I take an example of any of the fruits that we have, now they have fiber in them. Okay, and this fiber is very important because it helps in the movement of your bowel. मतलब जो टॉयलेट होती है, सुबह में 2 नंबर के लिए आप लोग जाते हो, तो उसे ये जो फाइबर्स हमारे खाने में प्रेजेंट है ना, वो हेल्प करते हैं ये टॉयलेट को आगे मूव करने के लिए. ठीक है. Here let us see that which items have more amount of fiber in them. As I told you that fibers are very essential in our diet because they help in the movement of the bowels, and it is very important. Okay, so the fruits that have that can be eaten along with their skin, like example I would give is that of an apple or a chiku. Okay, you can eat those fruits along with their skin, and that fruits which you're eating along with the skin are providing extra fiber in your body. Along with that, if you are eating pulses, जैसे हम लोग मूंग खाते हैं, मट खाते हैं, चना खाते हैं, these all grains also help and provide you with large amount of fiber. Okay, especially when you're eating it raw. हम लोगों को अगर चना है या फिर मूंग है, अगर हम लोग इसे भिगा के रखते हैं, स्प्राउट करते हैं, and then if you eat it, it will give you lots and lots of fiber in your body, and it will provide you with so many different essential vitamins and minerals also in them. So you should try and eat fruits and vegetables. There are vegetables like tomato, and you have cucumber also, which you can eat along with the skin also. ठीक है, अगर cucumber या ककड़ी को भी अगर हम लोग अच्छे से साफ करके धोकर खाते हैं स्किन के साथ में, that too is also good for your health. ठीक है, if you are eating it without the skin or if you're eating along with the skin, that is also good because it will add on to the fiber that you're taking in. ठीक है, so if our food does not contain enough fiber, अब अगर हम लोग फाइबर ज़्यादा नहीं लेंगे तो क्या होगा? एज आई टोल्ड यू कि फाइबर किस चीज़ के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है? ताकि हमारा खाना अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड आगे की तरफ मूव हो. आगे मीन्स इट शुड मूव टूवर्ड्स द रेक्टम, जहाँ से हमारा फूड अनवांटेड वेस्ट मटेरियल कम्स आउट. ठीक है, सो दिस फाइबर इज हेल्पिंग द मूवमेंट ऑफ द बाउल्स. And if roughage is not there and if fibers are not present in your body, तो क्या होगा? ये टॉयलेट आगे बढ़ेगी क्या हमारे पेट में से? नहीं. And it will lead to constipation. ठीक है, so there are days when you are sitting in the toilet and you're not able to pass out the stools easily, and that is what is constipation. हम लोगों को कभी कभार होता है कि हम लोग 2-2 3-3 दिन तक टॉयलेट नहीं होती है, and that is what is constipation. Now constipation क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि हम लोगों ने, हो सकता है कि when those few days you must have not taken right amount of fibers in your diet. कभी कभार होता है कि हम लोग उस वीक में या फिर उस महीने में हम लोगों ने फाइबर ज़्यादा कंज्यूम नहीं किए थे, इस वजह से भी कॉन्स्टिपेशन हो सकती है. एंड दैट इज़ व्हाई डॉक्टर्स always suggest you to have fruits and vegetables. They also ask you to have whole grains and pulses in your diet. ठीक है, so you should remember this because it is very important. Here we have studied about carbohydrates, and in carbohydrates I've explained you that carbohydrates are the energy providing source in your body. ठीक है, this is one of the components or constituent of food that you eat which is in large amount. सबसे ज़्यादा हम लोग carbohydrates consume करते हैं, and it gives you instant energy. ठीक है, and we have learned about carbohydrates that are divided into three parts: starch, sugars and fibers. So up to now we have learned about three types of substances present in our food, that is starch, sugar and fiber. These substances are together called carbohydrates. The most important use of carbohydrate is to provide the body with energy. Remember, whenever you are going for a race, हम लोग जब भी कोई रेसिंग के लिए जब जाते हैं स्पोर्ट्स में, तो the teachers or the senior students, they often give us glucon D or glucose. ठीक है, क्यों दिया जाता है वो? It is a form of carbohydrate which is given to you, ताकि वो जल्दी हमारे बॉडी में अब्जॉर्ब और हम लोगों को एनर्जी मिले. ठीक है, so remember carbohydrates are providing your body with energy, okay, in a large amount. Now let us learn about fats. Now it is a very interesting topic. Why do I say it is very interesting? Because again fats are also responsible for providing us with energy. ठीक है, तो फैट्स कैसे एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करते हैं? हम लोग हमेशा सुनते हैं कि फैट्स आर नॉट गुड, बट इज इट सो? लेट अस गेट टू नो अबाउट दैट. नाउ फैट्स आर something that you have already learned about and talked about कि ये fats हमारे डाइट में प्रेजेंट है. इट्स लाइक द बटर, द ऑयल, घी दैट यू ईटिंग. जब हम लोग पकोड़े वगैरह जो खाते हैं, भजी बनाते हैं, if you can see in this picture melting of butter, it looks so delicious, right? So some parts of our energy requirement is also fulfilled by fatty foods such as oil, ghee and butter. We get energy in the form of heat from the food we eat. Okay, so always remember हम लोगों को जो खाना खाते हैं वो एनर्जी प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, and this energy is that you're getting is in the form of heat from the food that you eat. Now, the children that of your age who are growing, they need approximately 2000 to 2500 calories from the food that you eat. So this is present in fatty meats and fish. It is present in avocado, nuts and seeds like walnut, chestnuts, and cheese, butter, chocolate. These all items have high amount of fats in them, and not all these items are harmful. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं है कि फिश खाना हेल्दी नहीं है. फिश इज हेल्दी, देन चीज इज ऑल्सो हेल्दी. ना रिमेंबर, जो भी चीज यहाँ पर आप लोगों को दिख रही है, everything is good if you're taking it in a right proportion. चीज भी अच्छा है if you're taking it in a right proportion. अगर हम लोग रोज ही चीज खाएंगे तो it is obviously it is going to accumulate in your body और वो हम लोगों को मोटा बना देगा. Same way butter also, if you're eating butter in a approximate amount whatever is required, थोड़ा थोड़ा हम अगर हम लोग लगा के खाते हैं तो it is good. Actually you require all the fats which are there. ठीक है, इसीलिए हमारे पेरेंट्स भी तेल का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, घी का इस्तेमाल करते हैं when they are making food. Why? Because it is required in your body. ठीक है. Here let us understand whether these fats, how much are they required and are they really good or bad. As I told you that fat in our body, in our food, also provides energy to our body. ठीक है, the fats provide us with energy in your body. They give you twice as much energy as carbohydrates. So, as I told you previously, in our previous slides also, we have learned that carbohydrates provide you with energy. ठीक है? But fats provide you with double amount of energy as compared to carbohydrates. But we include a smaller quantity of this constituent in our diet. Cream, butter, ghee, oil are examples of fats. Nuts, meat, egg yolk also contains fat. The fat we eat gets stored in our body. If food is not available for some time, the body can get energy from the stored fats. There is a layer of fat under our skin. This gives shape to the body and like it acts like a blanket, also prevent loss of heat from the body. So, as I told you that fats have a large amount of benefits in our body. ठीक है, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि फैट्स हमेशा खराब ही होते हैं. कोई भी चीज़ एक्सेस में हमारी बॉडी के लिए हार्मफुल होती है. So, if you are having fats in a proper amount, it is going to provide you with high amount of energy because it is giving you twice amount of energy in your body. ठीक है, and if that is why it is giving twice the amount of energy, it is required in a lesser amount. हमारी बॉडी में कम इस्तेमाल यूज होता है, कम इसकी रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. ठीक है, इसीलिए कम क्वांटिटी में हमारे पेरेंट्स भी हमें ये सारी चीज़ें देते हैं. ठीक है, सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस एंड द आइटम्स विच हैव गुड अमाउंट ऑफ फैट्स इन देम आर cream, butter, ghee, oil, nuts, egg yolk, meat. All these things have healthy fats in them and you should try and eat all the things. Okay, in your body also the fats are stored. क्यों स्टोर होते हैं हमारे बॉडी के अंदर फैट्स? ताकि कभी ऐसा हो कि हम लोगों को खाना नहीं मिल रहा है, sometimes you are fasting also, तो that time the fats that are there in your body are utilized. वो एनर्जी वहां पर यूज होती है. ठीक है, so here there are a few items which are rich in fats and should be included in our daily diet, like fish. Now remember, the fats and the oils which are present in the fish are given to the kids as omega 3 capsules. ठीक है, ये जो ऑयल मिलता है ना, कॉड लिवर ऑयल बोला जाता है. कॉड लिवर ऑयल इज नथिंग बट द oil obtained from the fish and it is required in your body to increase your immunity. So you can imagine fats are also responsible for increasing your immunity and providing you with sufficient amount of energy. ठीक है, so you should include these all items in your diet to have good and healthy fats. As I told you that fats are present in your body to protect you from the outside shock. Now how is it protecting you? Now if you have a cupboard or a thermocol or a bubble wrap here, you can see द बॉक्स, कोई भी अगर एक अच्छी डेलिकेट आइटम हमारे पास अगर हम लोग ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करते हैं तो यू मस्ट हैव नोटिस कि वो बबल रैप में रैप होकर आता है. इफ यू कैन सी योर अ ग्लास प्लेट, अगर हम लोगों को इसे मूव करना है एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर, तो यू विल रैप इट विद अ बबल रैप. यस, या फिर थर्मोकोल के बॉक्स के अंदर उसे सही तरीके से प्लेस करके भेजते हैं. Why do you do this? ताकि इसे बाहर से कोई डैमेज नहीं हो. All right. Here these bubble wraps and these cardboard or the thermocol sheets are actually protecting the internal items that are there. Same thing happens in your body also. ठीक है? The layer of fat that is present in the body, it protects our internal organs. Here you can see your stomach has a layer of fat over it so that anything from outside, कभी कभी हम लोग खेलते हैं ना एक दूसरे के साथ में तो हम लोगों को लग जाता है पेट में भी कहीं पर भी. एंड हमारे जो इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स होते हैं ना, दे आर वेरी डेलिकेट, बट बिकॉज द फैट was present between those organs and your environment, ये हमारी बॉडी को इफेक्ट करने में रोकता है. ठीक है, बाहर के हजार्ड से, बस बाहर के इफेक्ट से वो उसे बचाता है. So you should always remember that any injury from outside does not at once cause damage to our bones or internal organs because there is fats present all around your body. ठीक है? Even on your internal organs like the kidney, you will find that there is a layer of fat which is present, which is protecting the kidney from any external damage. Shock also. So in short, the functions of fats are here. It supplies you with energy, right? It gives you energy to perform various activities and it helps you as an insulator. Means अगर हम लोगों को कभी कभार ठंडी के सीजन में मोस्टली हम लोगों के पास अगर स्वेटर नहीं भी होता है तो भी योर बॉडी टेंड्स टू प्रोड्यूस हीट. अब ये हीट कहाँ से आ रही है हमारी बॉडी में? जो फैट्स हमारी बॉडी में स्टोर्ड है वो फैट्स बर्न होते हैं and it provides you with right amount of heat in your body. ठीक है? Protects internal organ, as I told you that there is a layer of fat all over your body, all over the internal organs also, around the heart as well. ठीक है? So if any shock, अगर किसी ने धक्का मार दिया, हम लोग गिर जाते हैं तो हमारे internal organs directly damage नहीं होते. क्यों नहीं होते? Because of the layer of the fat which is present over it. It carries fat soluble vitamins. हमारे अंदर जो vitamins है, it carries that also. It is stored for hunger. Suppose if you haven't eaten, कभी पर ऐसा होता है हम लोग ट्रैवल करते हैं और हमारे पास कुछ खाने के लिए नहीं होता है, और if you are fasting, वो टाइम पे ये यूजफुल होता है. It is stored in your body so that कभी अगर हम लोग को जरूरत पड़े तो इसका यूटिलाइज कर सकती है हमारी बॉडी. Okay, it helps. It also adds taste and satisfies your hunger. So these are a few function of fats. So I hope with this part of the chapter is quite clear to all of you. As we haven't completed the chapter yet, we are still left with a few part of the chapter. But till here, if you have any doubts and queries, you can ask us in the comment section below. And please see to it that you go through the video if you have any doubts and queries. And I hope to see you in the next coming period. Till then, thank you.